Welcome back. All right, let us discuss the Dallas Stars. The Dallas Stars eliminated from the playoffs in the conference final. We have been here before. The Dallas Stars are very consistent over the last 3 years, losing in the conference finals 2023, 2024, and now 2025. In 2023, it was the Vegas Golden Knights that took them out, and this past 2 years, it's been the Edmonton Oilers. So Vegas won the Cup in 2023. Edmonton did not last year. We'll see what happens this year. So one thing that's consistent is the regular season for Dallas. They had 106 points this year, which is the lowest total over that 3-year span, but the highest total, 113 points. So there's only a 7-point difference between their best and worst of the last 3 years. Very consistent numbers, which they will have a hard time keeping up next season. So looking at their scoring this year, Matt Duchene, 82 games played, 30 goals, 52 assists, 82 points, but that offense dried up in the playoffs badly. 18 games, 1 goal, 5 assists, 6 points. Robertson, 82 games, 35 goals, 45 assists, 80 points. He had his struggles, but his goal scoring got better as the playoffs went along. The rest of his team did not, though. 11 games, 4 goals, 2 assists, 6 points. I believe he had goals in 3 straight games at the end of the playoffs there. Johnston, 82 games, 33 goals, 38 assists, 71 points. I think Johnston underachieved a little bit this year. I do. I think he should be a point per game or better next year. 18 playoff games, 4 goals, 6 assists, 10 points. He had his struggles at points during the playoffs too. Roope Hintz, 76 games, 28 goals, 39 assists, 67 points. In the playoffs, 17 games, 6 goals, 6 assists, 12 points. I think Hintz has a next gear as well. And then Thomas Harley. It was quite the coming out party for Harley this year, wasn't it? Especially Four Nations really opened a lot of eyeballs. 78 games, 16 goals, 34 assists, 50 points. In the playoffs, 18 games, 4 goals, 10 assists, 14 points. I still think Miro Heiskanen is the better all-around defenseman, but Harley's getting up there. He's close. Jamie Benn, 80 games, 16 goals, 33 assists, 49 points. Rough time scoring-wise in the playoffs. 18 games, 1 goal, 2 assists for 3 points. Mason Marchment, 62 games, 22 goals, 45 assists, 47 points. In the playoffs, 18 games, 1 goal, 4 assists, 5 points. A lot of players in Dallas that were struggling with goals come playoff time. Dodonov's another. 80 games, 20 goals, 20 assists, 40 points during the regular season. In the playoffs, 16 games, 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points. Esa Lindell, 80 games, 5 goals, 21 assists for 26 points. In the playoffs, 18 games, 1 goal, 1 assist for 2 points. Other noteworthy players, Maverick Bourque, 73 games, 11 goals, 14 assists, 25 points. He only played 3 playoff games, did not record a point. Bourque's going to be more prominent next year. If this team can't find a bunch of cap space, Bourque's going to have to be better next year and play a lot more. Tyler Seguin, 20 games during the regular season, 9 goals, 12 assists, 21 points. In the playoffs, plays all 18 games, 4 goals, 4 assists for 8 points. Mikko Rantanen played 20 games after the trade from Colorado, 5 goals, 13 assists, 18 points. In the playoffs, he turned it on through the first 2 rounds, got shut down in the third round. 18 games, 9 goals, 13 assists, 22 points for Rantanen. Bischel made quite the debut, 38 games, 4 goals, 5 assists, 9 points. In the playoffs, just the 1 assist in 18 games. Bischel's going to learn from these playoffs. He's a good young defenseman, and he's huge. So once his game catches up with his frame, you might have something to look at. Bischel could be quite the defenseman. Jake Ottinger, 36, 18, and 4 record, 909 save percentage. In the playoffs, 9 and 8 record, 905 save percentage. Jake Ottinger, I don't know if he's ever going to be a Vezina level goaltender. He's a very good goaltender, but he does have his struggles at times. This has not changed. It happens during the regular season, it happens during the playoffs. And yes, the Edmonton Oilers pretty good at figuring out exactly how to get those goals on Ottinger. Casey DeSmith had a good year as the backup, 14-8-2 record, 915 save percentage. In the playoffs, just the 1 appearance, 0-1, 882 save percentage for Casey DeSmith. Of course, Ottinger, the goalie of the future and of the present, and Pete DeBoer still being behind the bench. That's the plan for next year. That raises a lot of questions, but I mean, if they win during the regular season, those questions and all those concerns go away. Winning solves a lot of beefs within a locker room or even outside of it. So cap space as of July 1st, a little under $5 million. So $4,955,084 according to Puckpedia. They don't have a first-round draft pick this year or next year. They don't have any cap space, so they will not be in on any restricted free agents. No second round pick next year. No third round pick in 2026 or 2027. So Dallas has been mortgaging the future in favor of the present. Now it gets really tough because normally I will have upcoming players on the board, but basically any good young players already on their roster who's likely to be, a really high impact player. There aren't really any prospects for Dallas at this point that project to be really good high impact players at the NHL level, and they're going to need some of that because their UFA list is as follows: Jamie Benn, who's come out and said he wants to come back, he's going to have to sign for like $2 million. I'd say $2 million, probably, maybe. Because when you've got less than $5 million and you've got some slots to fill, including Matt Duchene, does Duchene come back on the cheap as well? And would Dallas want to do that? Would Dallas want to bring back Ben, bring back Duchene, bring back some of the older players? I don't know if they will. Dodonov probably goes to market because they don't have cap space. Granlund, another one, rental at the deadline. Blackwell, Brendan Smith, and Cody Ceci, also amongst the unrestricted free agents. So in the event that Dallas doesn't bring these players back, they still have to replace them, and that gets tough. Their restricted free agent list: Maverick Bourque and Nils Lundqvist. Those aren't contracts to be overly concerned with. Lundqvist and Bourque have not done enough to warrant a big raise or anything. It'll be a 1 or 2 year deal for both, I would think, but it's going to eat into that less than $5 million in cap space the team has. So I wanted to look at the contract situation with Dallas. Mikko Rantanen, $12 million cap hit till 2020 or 2033. And this is where Jim Nill's going to have to prove how brilliant he is, because Rantanen at $12 million is fine. It's fine. If Rantanen can be a 40 goal scorer every year for Dallas, that's fine. But that has definitely affected their ability to bring players back and be competitive this summer when everybody else is signing players. Tyler Seguin, $9.85 million cap hit till 2027. To me, that's the contract that Jim Nill should be trying to move. But are you going to give up the 2027 first-round draft pick to move Seguin's contract? Because that's probably what it's going to take, and it might take more than that. Seguin only played 20 games this season during the regular season, and during the playoffs, he was pretty quiet. 8 points in 18 games for Seguin, who had more than a point per game during the regular season. Kind of a quiet postseason for Seguin, and so it might be tough to move that contract. Rope Hintz, $8.45 million contract till 2031. He's not going anywhere. Wyatt Johnston isn't either. $8.4 million cap hit till 2030. Then you got Robertson, $7.75 million cap hit for 1 more year. He's a restricted free agent next year, but he's only 1 year away from unrestricted free agency. So this summer they have to sit down with Robertson, if they haven't already started this process, and say, all right, how much are you looking for? And we want it to be an 8-year deal. I would think it'll be an 8-year extension for Robertson. We'll see what that cap hit looks like. Thankfully, it won't kick in this summer. It'll kick in next summer. Marchment, $4.5 million cap hit for 1 more year. I could see Marchment being moved. I could see Marchment being moved to make some cap space. I think with Marchment's offense falling off during the postseason and penalties and just the overall play and sometimes being a bit of a distraction, I would not be surprised to see Marchment on the move this offseason. Nor would I be surprised if he ends up in Florida, because it does feel like, a move to Florida would make some sense. But either way, we'll get to Florida after the Stanley Cup and everything. But if they're going to lose Marchand, we'll bring in Marchment. There you go. Now also, Miro Heiskanen, $8.45 million cap hit for Heiskanen until 2029. See, and the thing is, I mentioned that thing with Marchment is sort of just as it enters my mind, and then people will really get in and analyze it. It's just whatever enters the old brain here. So yeah, Heiskanen's $8.45 million cap hit is perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with that. Lindell, $5.25 million cap hit till 2030. I don't think Lindell's going anywhere either. Harley's $4 million cap hits for 1 more year. Next year, he's a restricted free agent. So Nill's contract of $12 million per season for Rantanen could have effects not just this summer, but next summer as well, because you've got Robertson and Harley looking for extensions. And I just mentioned with Harley that, he's right up there with Heiskanen. So I'm saying $8.5 million cap hit for Harley, maybe a contract that matches Heiskanen, could make some sense. Robertson's at $7.75 million. He had 35 goals this year. He can score 40. So probably at least $10 million a season for Robertson it's going to get pricey in Dallas. And Ottinger, of course, $8.25 million cap hit until 2033. So, some interesting contracts. Not anything really overly egregious. I mean, the Sagan contract at times he hasn't really lived up to. Same as Ben with the $9.5 million cap hit that's expiring July the 1st for him. But it will be interesting to see how Jim Nill navigates this and makes it work. Because just the math tells you this is going to be a very difficult offseason for the Dallas Stars. And maybe the adjustment will have to be down in terms of the expectations moving forward. I'd love to see them stay in contention, obviously, as a Dallas fan, but I'm also realistic in that they have a lot of issues here they need to address. Either you're bringing players back and you don't have the cap space to do it, or you have to replace these players and you don't have the cap space to do it there either. So that's a real issue during a summer where most other teams aren't having this problem. So it is something that will reflect on Jim Nill, whatever happens from here. I do have faith in him figuring this out. So let me know your thoughts, Dallas fans. Who do you move out to make some cap space so that you can keep a full roster on the ice next year? What kind of moves do you make? Let me know your thoughts. Hit like and subscribe in the event that you've not done so already. Thank you guys so much for all your support as always. I will talk to you again soon.